What's up, guys? Back with another fucking video. This is like my third or fourth video of like constant days. Like I just did one yesterday, I did one the day before that, but it's good. I want to be consistent on my fucking videos. But today we are doing installing spacers on my parents' car. This one is a 2016 or 17, I believe, Lexus IS 250. I haven't shown this one on the channel, but Lexus IS 250, the F Sport, with red interior or burgundy-ish interior, with the steering wheel and the digital gauges or whatever you guys want to call them. Let me show you guys the front. It's completely stock. Never done anything with the car. Haven't wanted to mess with it since it's literally a perfect fucking daily. But now my mom kind of got bored of it and wants to sauce it up a bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Not sure how I'm gonna do the video. I'm probably do one video of the spacers, because I'm gonna paint the wheels gloss black, calipers burgundy, like gloss burgundy, really cool, since the interior is not fully red, so it can match. And then I got a lip for the car, so if you guys want to check that out, stay posted for the next video or further ahead, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in another video. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys how to install some spacers. It's pretty much the same way for every car, not just this Lexus, but since I already did another video on the G35 that I sold, my old car, might as well just do one for this one, since I'm gonna be doing all four and not just the front. So right now, this is the fitment for the back. As you can see, the tire is literally right here, and the fucking frame is like all the way over here. So it bugs me too, honestly. You see, I hope it's sticking up more out. Do I see? That's the front. That's the back wheels from the back angle. This from the front. As you can see, this is tucked like in. Doesn't look good at all. Makes the car look bad. Then we got the front. Where the fuck is the rim or the tire? And go a little bit like that. It comes out. So check it out. Nowhere to be seen. Yeah, that shit just looks off. In person, looks even worse. Look right there, that looks weird. So we're gonna fix that up. Install some spacers for all four wheels and shit. It is these are gonna be eBay spacers. Let's see if my address is in here. Nah, it should be good. So these spacers, I personally like them much more because they come with the whole assembly. For example, on the Beamer, we put like a spacer, and you had to use studs. So this is like a whole conversion kind of. So it's I think, I'm not sure, but I think these are a bit more safer, even though this one is fucking thick as shit. Well, I want to see the difference, so we're gonna be running 20 millimeter. So these are 20 millimeters. They're specifically for this car, for the Lexus IS 250. No, Lexus 2016, I believe. You want to make sure you get it for your exact year, or you get the exact pattern of the bolts, because if not, it's not gonna go in, because each car has different distance from here, from one bolt to the other bolt, or the center right here. As you could see, the center circle is bigger or smaller, or just different stuff. So just make sure you have the right spacer for your car, and you get how much you want to stick it out. But first things first, make sure you're getting the right spacer, and after that you could see how much you want it to stick out. This isn't too much, but it is gonna make a difference. But if you just want it to stick out a little bit, you could just get a simple spacer with no like extension or conversion right here. Just like a spacer like half of this. But if you want, there's even some like 30 millimeter, 35, but that's a little too crazy. We ain't doing no wide body, so we're just gonna go with some 20 millimeters. So first things first, you want to loosen up the bolts, like if you're just changing the tire or the rim. And then after you loosen them up a bit, lift up the car and then fully take off the wheel. And then from there I'll show you guys, and it'll be the moment of truth if these shits fit. Because believe it or not, these shits are kind of risky because they sometimes don't even fit, but we'll find out right now. Holy shit, this is harder than I fucking thought to take out these little dumbass torques, guys. So, if you have this exact same fucking car, you're gonna for sure need a fucking breaker bar. Cause these have like extra security, or I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if you guys can see. It's different, has those little ridges and shit inside. But that shit is not fucking, if you have one of those guns, you're set. But if you don't, if you're broke like your boy, get a breaker bar. Cause if not, you're gonna be doing that with that regular X and shit. But without further ado, like I always say, let's get it. Okay, so after you take out your wheel, you wanna, well, in my opinion, I think it's better if you clean this right here, even though it's nothing that matters. But if you don't clean it over time, there's gonna be rust building up here, as you could see. You see how it looks nasty? I'm not cleaning that right now because either way, later on I'm gonna paint the brake calipers. So either way, I'm gonna have to be here again, and that's when I'll wash it. But for now, since I'm doing this piece right here, I decided just to clean it up and stuff, just so it won't look like there's rust, or for what rust won't build up. So I just use a degreaser and spray it, and then just scrub it with the brush, and it looks decent now. But yeah, after you do that, you want to make sure it's clean, like I said, and then you're gonna grab the spacer itself without the bolts that it comes with, just like this, and place it. I don't want to see this right now, so I wanted to get black ones, but these were the only ones that were available and in stock. So as you can see, all of them move like this because you're gonna have to put the bolts. But once you put the bolts, they should center itself. But try to do it the same pattern you do when you put on the tire back on. So star, so just like a regular star, this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, then that. So that's the star. And then as you could see right here, my studs, the original studs, poke out. If your wheel is fully flat and not like this one, you can see right here are the studs, where the studs go, and then right here is where they don't. So right there is where these are gonna go. So I shouldn't have any problem because there is space right there. But if you don't have space and your studs are coming out like that, make sure you're in the clear, that they don't that the wheel goes on right and it's not just pressuring just right here. Make sure it's pressuring on the actual spacer right here, so it could be more secure. Because if it's just doing pressure on the studs, it could break off, man. So just make sure you're in the clear, make sure it's fully flat and against the whole spacer itself, like if it was right here, and you should be good. And if you have the space and you have, but most of them don't really poke out like that, because they're not supposed to. But since these are a little longer, they're gonna they're gonna poke out a bit, but I should be in the clear because, like I said, there's space in the wheel. But either way, I'm gonna double check, and if we're in the clear, I should be good. Alright guys, so after, sorry for explaining all that bullshit, but after you get the bolts it comes with, these, the one that the spacer comes with, are gonna go in the inside. So like this, not right here, right here. So first you wanna torque them with your fingers, because so you could get a center so it won't be to the side or anything. See? And then you're gonna, I thought it would center itself, but since these are a bit smaller, try to center it yourself. Like, make sure it's not like this or like this, like in the middle. And pressure it down. So just try to do everything with your fingers first, the most you can, and then do it with the drill, or like I'm gonna do it with the breaker bar, just to tighten them good. You could also use what is it called? Wheel tie? Wheel. It's like some red shit. Fuck, I don't remember what it's called. It's like a kind of like a hardener that you put right here, and then you torque it, and then the shit gets hard. But honestly, I've never put that on. Only on the studs on the BMW, since they're actual studs. But these are like if you're putting a normal wheel. So I think just putting it like a normal wheel and you should be good. So yeah, just install the bolts it came with, and then I'll show you guys what to do after. So after you torqued them to spec, these bolts right here, the ones that go inside, you want to make sure you put it on right. Even though you just did it, you gotta double check. So just go like this, yank on it hard. Don't be scared, because the whole fucking wheel is gonna go on right now. So just move it around, see if it moves. It is not supposed to move one bit. So as you can see, I did it firmly. If you're not using a torque wrench or a drill, and you're using a breaker bar like me, just tighten. What I'm doing, I'm just tightening it as much as I can. I'm putting my whole weight on it. So after you do that, after you torque these to spec, you obviously are just now gonna put the wheel on completely normally, like if you had no spacers in it, and then you get on to doing the other side. So from here, I think I'm gonna just show you guys the finishing product for the back, and then we're gonna do the front. Alright guys, so a little quick transition. I finished up the front ones and the back. I ended up finishing the front ones and the back ones already. Quick tip for the front ones, you're gonna have to put like a flathead between the disc brake so that it won't turn. Just a tip or a heads up if you guys want to consider a heads up. If you guys are wondering if it affects the driving, it doesn't at all. What I do recommend though is a alignment right after you install it. Make sure to get an alignment as soon as possible, because it is gonna change the alignment a bit, but once you get it aligned, you should be set. Alrighty guys, so this is gonna be the final product for the front. As you can see, it's poking out a bit now, which is decent, way better than what it was before. Pokes out a bit. You could go a little more, but if you go a little more, you're gonna have like a off-road build or a monster truck build, a lifted truck. So it's always better to have the front a little tucked and the back more out. And then for the back, it's poking out way more, as you can see. I think that's the before I got, kind of in the angle. Could go with some wider tires and it will stick out way more, but it looks fucking pretty clean in my opinion. Worth it. What was it, like 40 bucks on eBay? Yeah, stakes out way. In person you could tell the difference much more than in the video. But yeah guys, that's gonna conclude today's video for the spacers. If you guys want to check out the blacking out rims or burgundy calipers, check out the other videos and shit. But see you guys in the next vid. Laters.